There we go. So chat, you know, I have some funny stories I can tell you all while I'm mining. While I'm digging blocks and shit, cause I'm in fucking Minecraft. Here's the first one. Yeah, we are still in creative mode. We're not going to tell anyone we're still in creative because it's funnier not to. Alright, so here's some funny shit that I must tell you. It is I, God. I'm faster in the water than I am in creative mode. Jesus Christ. I'm a god. I am a god. Alright. Where's my water bucket? My water bucket. Now that I think about it, what's in my backpack is quartz. Yeah, that's fair. I do genuinely need creative mode to figure out a lot of things, but mainly it's the lakes. Yeetus has reminded me that he sent me some mail, and by some mail I mean I am literally unsure if we're able to open my mailbox and open the mail without crashing the server. Apparently that is to the level of what the mail has become. Alright, hold on, let's do some creative flying. Investigate for lava a bit. Get through here. Alright. Yeah, last time I believe we were getting through this square. Square. I keep forgetting that. I mine faster in survival mode than I do creative mode. Alright, we were getting back here. There we go. Alright, there we go. How much does this have? Alright. I know last time we were in creative, we literally were setting ourselves, like, to crazy things. Like, we are now a miner and stuff. We have wings, we have an elytra that never breaks and stuff. We have some hardened catalysts for netherite farm. Alright, there we go. And you may say, that's cheating, Andrew, but we were set to creative mode by accident, so this is actually just an accident. They didn't set me to the creative mode for any other reason than just being like, huh, he's in creative mode, and then they didn't realize the implications. The ramifications of this accident, chat. I can't get over that I unironically mine faster in in survival than creative. Literally breaking blocks instantly is not as powerful as just doing this. I don't think if I even set up an auto clicker it would be as powerful, but also I get to harvest the blocks, which is huge. We did get a bunch of bones, though, which is really good. Yita said that he went through the entire project. And yes, I assume that does mean the entire thing. And he got all the diamonds. Like, he just spent a very, very long time getting diamonds. And he sent me half of them, but I was just like, oh, you can take diamonds, man. Like, what do I need them for? What do I need diamonds for, chat? I have an unbreakable pickaxe. That mines faster than creative mode, so... I think I'm set. I should say, by the way. Diamond block house? Okay, that's fair. But I have a nice house already. Alright. I should show you guys the nice little idea we had. Maybe I will later. I have to do some checking later. Probably tomorrow on. Because I don't think we're gonna have a stream tomorrow because tomorrow is such a crazy ass day. My god. I have to go to the doctor extremely early in the morning. After I go to the doctor, like ass crack of dawn, then I go to work for 6 hours. Which, look, I know some of you work like 12-hour shifts, work like 18-hour shifts too. Working a 6-hour shift at a kennel is a lot different than you think. It is not a very easy job. There's a reason that 5 hours is the usual shift. And yes, people do call it an easy job, and I believe they are liars. Is that a blue bucket full of gray? Yes, this is my botter bucket. It spills out infinite wobber. All the water is infinite. What does it do? Infinite water. It's full of wobber. Oh my god. I swear to god, the gravel. Why do squids have text bubbles over them too? It's a mod that we have installed. It allows you to talk to everything and like befriend it or anger it or something. And basically what I could do is I could just talk to the squids and make them into NPCs. It's kind of useless. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time it is like, there is genuinely no reason to talk to anything. I'm trying to think of like a good reason. Back when we were in survival, the reason that you would maybe talk to something is it was a hostile mob and you could turn it non-hostile. Have you located the bone zone? Not yet. First I gotta put all this away. I'm running out of space in these endless things of space. Ah, perfect. Alright, let's go open up the bone zone, actually. Oh, wait, my bones. I need these bones. Alright, let's go open up the bone zone, chat. Holy shit, we're gonna need... Alright, hold on. Where's an empty chest? Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? Chat, the ramifications of my actions. Well, 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 if it isn't the consequences of my actions. There we go. Alright. You forgot about the ghost friend? Here's our gold screen. But also, let's put some valuables away. Oh my god, I'm so full of good, delicious things. Sweet, merciful Christ. Oh my god. You know what mod we could really use? Those giant ass chests. Those ones that are like, oh yes. Why is the Delta Rune thing there? Yeetus and Cat put those there. Alright, Bok, bone, diamond, bone, 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 bone. I genuinely am gonna run out of space to carry bone. Every box is full, by the way, so clear inventory whenever you see bone. Got it. Oh shit, does that mean I was just like deleting bones? Alright. Everything get in here. Everything get in here. What the fuck was that one? Chicken. Bone, not named. Fish, bone, 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 a little ghost friend. Bone. The blocks are legit, but I use creative to make this work. You'll see what I mean. Alright, hold on. It's currently, bone. Fish. Rat. What is the fucking rat? Alright, hold on. Bone. Alright, that is probably the creative one. Bone. The bone zone has been completed. A little ghost friend for me. And away! And bone and bone. Alright, this may be enough bone blocks. I thought that said they put me in a rubber mom. I was about to say, a rubber mom? What? Ladies and gentlemen of the court. What? I felt like Steve Harvey for a moment thinking about that sentence. Just a rubber mom. That has the same context for me as Meat and Fuck Kingdom. Meat and Fuck Kingdom, Steve. What? Oh, wait, oops. We need storage drawers? Yes, we do. Dear God. Wait, I can't open that. I have to destroy the B movie. The B movie's in the way of progress. Alright, hold on. Ugh. Or Tom's storage. Look. I am a disorganized ass mess. I just want there to be like a little button at the top here that does like sort like Terraria. If you all came here thinking like, Passion's good at storage, right? No, 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 no. Please leave. Please leave. I don't want to disappoint you. So we back into mines. Got that pickaxe swinging from side to side. So we back in your dad. Poor hard Christian clown nipples, you're coming so hard. Curse of small boots. Oh, curse of small boots. Okay, but why are they helpful? Hold on. ME storage. Wait, we vetoed the ME storage? Why did we veto the ME storage? Jesus! No offense, but that seems like a really bad idea. The owner doesn't like the idea of single block storage, and yet he allows the chest monster to be real. That explains a lot. I hate everything about this, dear God. Oh, that's not regular wood, that's floorboard. I'm gonna take some warp stems here and... I probably need to have the copper golems. Like, I'm not gonna lie, chat, I probably need to have copper golems. And... Look, I'm gonna be for real, it is not exactly reasonable to hate the idea of one block storage, considering the fact that my storage exists. Copper golems ain't helping us. They can try. Don't discourage them. Did I get rid of my... No, I didn't. I was honestly worried I got rid of my backpack. They gotta look at the chest and despawn. They're gonna decraft. Just like me, for real, for real. I've had too many he's just like me for real moments lately. Not gonna lie. I just got here from reading the latest Chainsaw Man chapter, which had the realest one of them all, but... You'd look at your chest and there'd look back and there'd be a copper block and a pumpkin. True. Why'd a big water hole though? It used to be a regular hole, but then we found out that I can super speed through water, so... A long story short, this item allows me to super speed through water. I'm gonna have to do something with all of the... You know what? Wait a minute. This bucket of cod could come in handy. Yeah. That came in handy. Is that a glow squid all the way over there? I think the only thing worse than my chest system right now is the fact that I have to use the loot chests to hold all of this, like, ridiculous amount of shit. Yeah, those are glow squids. But yeah, if you didn't get to see earlier in the stream, by the way, for anyone wondering again why this hole is filled to the brim with water. I move faster in water than people do in creative mode. Flying is an invalid form of travel for me. Boats in the nether wish that they could be this fast. And I think the funniest part is that it really did change the entire project, knowing that this is how fast I would move into water. I could have filled this all up with lava, too, because I can do the same thing in lava. Although lava's a slower degree, which is primarily the reason we didn't take it. But man. Well, that and also I want this to be usable by everyone. Lava would require a manually placed source on every block. Isn't there a lava bucket? There's a lava sort. Alright, never mind. There's no, like... There's no bava bucket. So yeah, that would have been infinitely worse to do. Water, you only need 2 borders and it fills this exactly like... Thank God I have... such a large project that's going so well. Thank God this project is going well. The hardest part of this project, in my opinion, is definitely going to be setting it up at the end, but I feel like that is a good excuse to just go into creative mode. Like, if we don't have enough bones, I'm just gonna be like, can I just go into creative mode to set this up? Because the amount of blocks it requires is in the, like, millions. And I don't know if our skeleton grinder has made enough bone. Let alone I might need, like, measuring tape and stuff. Arm extender is a craftable equip that gives you +2 blocks each. Or on reach. Yeah, but I'm just gonna be for real. I think arm extender is... Is it over... It would be over mining glove. Also, I think yeah, that does require a gleaming compound, which I just don't really feel like. Whenever you see that, fill the blocks underneath and it'll fill itself, and the water blocks not turning into a source. Alright. Aye, aye, sir. There we go. I think the hardest part about this is like fluttering the key just right. Wow, is this thing already full? This thing is already full. Hmm. You have an insta break. Search at things and click the red circle. Oh yeah, this thing. This thing is ridiculous to craft. It would take me forever to make one. Oy. Also, I think I'd use this first on getting the Bun Force 1s back, because the Bun Force 1s were absolutely cracked. And making myself immune to all forms of damage via travel is insane. I basically have creative mode light. I need to potentially get rid of some tough and deep cobble. Not gonna lie, Chad. May need to get rid of that stuff. May need to find a disposal. Dear God. We are so stacked to the brim with stuff. Searching out blank searches mods. Alright, that's sweet. I can search the tables. I forgot about all the chickens that died and literally went into my backpack. Chad, I can't wait until we go to the end so I can get a huge amount of shulkers going. And like, after I get my huge amount of shulkers going, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm honestly gonna do? I'm gonna fill every fucking shulker I ever get with deep slate and bullshit. There's an auto-delete backpack, so if you want, you just nuke the deep slate. But what if we need it later? I'm unfortunately that type of mentality. What if we need it later? What if someone comes along and says, boy, I wish I had 4,000 deep slate for something. Although this backpack actually might help. I forgot about my amount of backpacks might help. Shulker before shulker may help. That would also be correct, that this one is filled. However, this one is not. The villager backpack finally has a use, carrying all my useless crap. Like a Skyrim NPC. I had a stupid idea. Those of you who've played Skyrim know what I'm about to name this village. I've just got to check I'm spelling her name right. Yeah. Chat, this is Lydia Skyrim. Let's make some upgrades. So for those who don't know what, Lydia from Skyrim is, Lydia from Skyrim, her, like, one purpose in life is to basically just hold. I wish I was joking, by the way, but there's, like, genuinely nothing else she does in the entire game than hold thing. As much as I want to be nice and say that Lydia has some use, I think it's as soon as you start leaving, like, around the Whiterun area, Lydia starts really falling off. Tragic, really, but, like, at the same time, yeah, we all saw this coming. Backpack exists if you want to color coordinate. Yeah, I think good. And the smithing table, got it. Damn it, I made 3 by accident. Oh well. Oh well. Hold on. Forget. I'm breaking, chat. Oh, leather is a template. Alright, I'm out of leather, is why. There's no way to craft it, right? Just I'm out. No, it's... fortunately impossible to craft. Although I wish I could disassemble a saddle and get some, not gonna lie. I'm trying to think, where have I seen some leather recently? Probably 90% of the bones come from lasso repairs. That's fun. That's fair. Is there any in here? Pitchfork. Who keeping a pitchfork? Alright, these are all the, like, various things from the Mimic, I think. You guys busy crushing loaf right now? Alright, I don't think you guys give leather. Stick a cow in a tiny... That's actually fair. I might need to go get a cow. Cow farm would be handy, actually, but... hear me out. Surely the village farm that lags beyond belief has some. Librarians. Priests. Sugarcane. Is there an error on Switch's part? Or is it just on my... Is it just chat top? Those villagers are librarians, stonecutters, clerics, and fishermen. Ah. Alright, hold on everyone. Twitch has seemingly died on the laptop. So I won't be able to see chat for a moment. Oh, there we go. One of you, right? Damn it. Alright. Alright, surely in one of these chests. Ugh. Just grab some from my base. Got it. Alright everyone, we're heading to Eus's base. Yeah, there's a trampoline. Cool. You got like a cow? You got a cow nearby? I could take some. Actually, I'll just take that one. Alright, let's fly back to my house. Which, if I remember, is like right over here, right? I'm like 90% sure Eudis's house is like right next to my house. Okay, hold on. Buried treasure map. Ink. Paper. Feathers. Buried treasure. Yarg. I'm out here, chat, just like. There we go. Okay, I got an idea. I have a plan. Alright, back to work, farewell. Alright, be safe, man. Pretty sure we're opposite coordinates. Man, why is there 0 leather workers? What if we need well, I guess we could just put a cow on a tiny farm, but still. Alright, chat. We're going to do the very funny thing of... Oh. Yeah?
I have a very important question for you.
Alright, I'm putting you near Mike.
Alright. So you know how when you microwave food, it gets hot, right?
Yeah?
But do you know, like, how it gets hot? Like, the actual process?
Yeah, like inside out.
No, it's because you microwaved it, dumbass.
Fittingly, I'm about to kill myself. I didn't leave the call for like 2 minutes. Oh my god, this fucking thing. Mansion, Savannah. Here's the, Oh, isn't it over here is where the, Also, yes, for anyone wondering, they really did just put that Deltarune thing everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Ooh, this is pretty nice. I can't balance that is the worst part. But I can see all this. This is mine now. Oh my god. Alright. Time to get to the smithing. I'm smithing. Smithing so hard right now. I'm straight up smithing so hard. I'm smithing so hard right now. I'm straight up smithing right now. I'm straight up smithing right now. There we go. Now we get some more diamond. And then we do the ya. Hit the ya. Yo. Valuable stuff. What the fuck is that? Oh, I saved the recipe for. Chad, how do I get this off the screen? Get off the screen! Oh. There we go. You. Get in there. You, me, and SpongeBob. Crying out loud, I'm so tired. This is how you know you definitely probably needed a long break from doing silly work shit. Because when you sit there realizing the brain rot has infected your real life. I can't get over, one of my managers left and I still text them. And went like, don't make it sound like you hate your job at any point. And I literally went like, that would be impossible. Like, I am so sorry, chat, but if you think I hate my job, may I remind you I just work with dogs all day. Like, sure, it's exhausting and it's super hot in the building like 9 out of 10 times because, dear God, our building is awful, but that's really the only downside is the building's pretty awful. As I've said multiple times, like, I fucking love this job. I think that the one big problem, though, is, again, like, it's just the animal care industry. If you work in animal care, it's like if you're, like, a zookeeper or something, you really don't get a lot. It is, you have to be in it to win it, because you just love animals. You have to keep track of the time because I have to get up super freaking early tomorrow. I'm hopefully going to be able to stream on Thursday. I did pick up a shift because I genuinely needed the money. So I'm sorry if everyone was like, oh yay, shift or Thursday stream. Look, I'm trying to make money. Because it is an unfortunate scenario, but we be entering a economic crisis. The fifth once-in-a-lifetime economic crisis in my life, I think. I think it's the fifth. I think so. I'm gonna have to check. I think it's the fifth. All right. I was texting someone there, not actually like Googling it, but I'm trying to think because like the first one I lived through was like I think it was 2007. I know that there was one in 2007 that was so incredibly bad that it literally had my dad worried. Super, super bad. because he just had a kid. He had I think he had my youngest brother. Just had a kid. Had one before that, like a year ago. Like a year before. Realized way too late how screwed he was getting on some things. And yeah. Not a fun process. Or time to be alive. But like, hey, we had Mario Kart Wii, so... I fucking forgot about that. That was like the year that, we had like Mario Kart Wii. And people have been making jokes like, kids these days are gonna experience Mario Kart World and an economic recession just like we experienced Mario Kart Wii. In one of the worst economic recessions of all time. And I'm like, kids today not gonna experience Mario Kart World because of the economic recession. That's how fucked up this economic recession is, chat. Kids today may not experience Mario Kart World. Dig. Oh, I should have gotten a bunch of shulkers when I was in creative. And then I could have taken all those shulkers and filled them up with all this crap. So we would have had more efficient storage. Because if I filled them up with all this amazing amount of crap, right? Then, after I do that, right? After I fill them up with all this amazing crap, I can just be like, yes, less crap to deal with. Oh yeah, you're also maybe wondering, why don't I just use a diamond shovel or something for this? So it turns out this pickaxe has so much efficiency that it genuinely mines on the speed of a level of a diamond shovel or faster. If it's faster, it's like milliseconds, but it's just genuinely the same as using a giant diamond shovel. And remember, it doesn't break, so like, you know, it's even better. I forgot. The topic of what I would do after if I had to leave my job came up recently because of events, which I hopefully won't have to talk about on stream. Like, hopefully it's not gonna actually have to happen. But, blah, blah. So, when that topic came up, I was like, man, I'm gonna be for real. If I could just be a paranormal investigator, that shit would be fire. I probably couldn't. I feel like I'm a little bit too, like, much, basically, for people. I feel like I can't work a job with people because I literally have no filter as a mental disability. And, like, trying to control it is hell on earth. It is, like... it really does sound like, oh, you could probably control it, right? No, you cannot. It is just me. The only time I seem to have a filter at all is, like, when I'm literally at my most depressed. But, I was like, man, being a paranormal investigator would be fire. And I'm like, how the fuck do you actually get started as that? Like, do you just, like, go into, like, Yahoo and, like, look up, like, Ghost Hunter? Like, how do you start that, too, though, is another thing for me. Like, I don't know, really, but I feel like it'd be a cool idea. Mainly because I love working at night, which is, like, primarily what you do. I feel like I could sit there and watch a video of nothing moving for hours on end. And apparently I am good at catching, like, hidden details and small things. So, you know, it might be a fun thing. I just have to pay for it. Plus, I think it would be a neat job, like... Man... If I could... Like, I have, like, the autistic knowledge of ghosts, right? If I could do anything like that, that would be insane. Using the autism for good chat instead of evil. I feel like the main problem would be I can't drive, so I can't, like, go, like, cross-country. Or anywhere off of my street. Excellent work, everybody. We've determined that the paranormal activity on this street is at a minimum. But, like, I've always wanted to go see, like, haunted places. I feel like the main problem would then be, though, like, let's say, like, perfect scenario, I'm able to drive, right? I get paid soundly for it, right? Stuff like that. I feel like the main problem would be I would have absolutely nobody to go with. And I do mean absolutely nobody. I find it funny the idea that, like, I'd be alone in, like, a haunted house, right, chat? And, like, you just would just be out in the car, like, just waiting for Andrew to get out. He's gonna be fine. Just waiting for Andrew to get, and then just, like, me running to the car, like, I've just robbed the place, like, drive! Start the car, I pissed everyone off! That'd probably be my forte as a paranormal investigator, is getting a reaction by just being like, "You want a mess?" Just like in real life chat, people usually seem to like to fight me if they're evil. It's actually a pretty funny thing to me. I vibe with, like, everyone, and I feel really bad about this, but, like, it really is, like, a thing of, like, if I, like, don't like your vibe, or something is off about you to me, it really is apparently just a thing of, like, I've just sussed you out. Apparently at work, they say, people I've had a suspicious vibe of are like, yeah, suspicious. The one that was really, really clear was one guy who just, like, I was like, he's kinda, but I feel like anyone could have seen him. It was just, like, a lot of, like, misogynistic vibe. I feel like any man who had a pair of eyes could have told that, yeah, there was something going on there that wasn't right. Granted, I'll always feel complimented by my work for that, because, they went like, why can't more men be, like, good like you? And I just sat there like, the greatest compliment of all time. Man. I did sit there for a moment, though, and just go like, it's not really that hard. It's not really, like, I'm gonna be for real, chat. It's not really that hard to just be like, oh yeah. If you're a guy, you can be friends with women. It is not that hard at all. If you really can't believe that, like, please listen to yourself if you think that. Alright, anyways, keep mining, keep mining. If I was a paranormal investigator, chat, I could be the first one to put it on the Twitch. Although I imagine if you look up paranormal investigation on Twitch, you might actually get results. But I'd be the first one to do it in a maid outfit. I hope. If I'm not the first one to do it in a maid outfit, I don't know where I'm going to be concerned or feel like I was screwed out of my genius idea. I feel like they needed gravel. Like, the server at large. I have to check with that. Hold on. Renewably. I really do be chat going, one watermelon fresh from the manure fields. I feel like I could bulldoze my entire swamp and make a cool, like, black castle, but I don't really want to do that, not gonna lie. Maybe in another server I'll do a build like that, but not in this one. I found my swamp after years of searching, and I do not want to do another, like, it's a cool build, yay, and then just, like, completely ruin the integrity of the swamp. I feel like I should do more builds where you can, like, see them. Like, less underground stuff. But at the same time, I do love my underground stuff, so I think I'm just gonna practice on small mega bases first. I love my tricky underground builds that are goofy and silly and make wacky shenanigans happen. I should go check spawn. Because I feel like a large stockpile of gravel was asked about. And we're almost done there. And then I can probably... I don't know. This might be a short Minecraft stream in comparison to others, because I do have to, like, get ready for a lot of shit and just do a lot of shit. Oh yeah, this is where the gravel was. Yeah, I think they were asking for gravel. 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 I think so. Oh, Lady of Skyrim. How would we live without you? Silk touch hoe. Shoes. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. There we go. For those wondering, by the way, these chests will remain different for everyone. They're kind of like ender chests. Which is why I'm filling them up. I'll have a monopoly on black rocks. You see, when society collapses and the black rock economy skyrockets as a result. Oh my lord. The only good thing that will ever come out of this. When the black rock economy skyrockets. Oh my god. I'm just thinking now, like... Sure, what if the black rock economy doesn't skyrocket? Get out. Oh, oops, my boots are small. Sure, what'll happen if the black rocket boots don't skyrocket? Get out. Leave. Your type of negativity will not be tolerated in my black rock economy. on. I need to compress all this redstone. Compress some of this lapis. Compress some of this gold and iron. Actually, what am I doing? Just go. And now for the most ridiculous one. Jesus Christ. We have a lot of redstone now. We have more redstone than I think... oh, wait, no. Wait, we have a lot more iron. Like... Do-do-do-do-do. I'm about to say that. I had a lot more lapis than that, right? Copper. Alright, so now we're gonna smelt a bunch. So I can store more. Oh my god, the storage. You know, I have a funny story to tell while we wait. I just want to say thank you, Mario Toadstool Tour, for being the game I have sunk the most money into besides Pokken Tournament. For anyone who's wondering why, Pokken Tournament, I've lost a lot, right? Like, a lot. Right? 4 times. So, and each time I think that Pokken Tournament was bought, it was full price, like when we were losing it, because Nintendo never lets things go on sale. Right? Anywho, then we get to Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, which for some reason hates me even more than Pokken Tournament. Where's Pokken Tournament, asked the question, chat. What if I just kept disappearing on this man? Like, what if I just kept leaving? Toadstool Tour asked, what if I just kept not working on this man? What if I just kept not doing that? I've had Toadstool Tour a total of 3 times. Like, not overall in life, just like bought it with my own money 3 times. And each time, something was wrong with it. Each time, something was wrong with it. Now, this is the best part, is I cannot explain what the fuck I did to anger Toadstool Tour this much. But what I can explain is that this is ridiculous. The idea of how ridiculous it gets is Toadstool Tour has reached a level to where the second I turn one of them on, the only thing that comes through is Mario or Wario and Waluigi going like, Nintendo! Camelot! And then it crashes. That's it. I call that one the law coffee. But, yeah. That's one of them. This is, for some reason, not the most annoying one. The most annoying one is the most recent one. It works fine up until you're about to beat the game. I'm not joking. I wish I was joking. It works perfectly fine. No bugs. Nothing. It has a consistent crash. Like, I legit want to scream every time I think about it. And not like, oh yeah, I just want to go, ah! Like, I want to do like a primal war scream every time. I love Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, but it doesn't love me. Oh my god, though. It frustrates me to no end that Toadstool Tour just happens to do that consistently. The only other game we've ever had that has done that to us, like my family as a whole, is, probably... Ooh, what would it be? It would probably be Kirby Air Ride, because Kirby Air Ride's been mean to us. Alright, hold on, I need to... Look at what Echo Shards do. I think it's these, though, that we mine. Right. Yeah, you got a little bit of experience. Alright, I got an idea. We're gonna get some XP real quick. Damn. These things set to mine this slow, or is there a faster way to mine them? Actually, hold on. Skull Catalyst. Oh. They store XP, got it. Wait a minute. Alright, the tool we're supposed to use is a hoe. I don't think I have a hoe in here. Nope. Don't think I got a hoe. And I don't have the furnace upgrade, so... Nope. And I forgot that I'd die. make 2 of them because I feel like we're gonna need 2 to get through all of this. Like Vegeta looking up at the rain, chat. Oh yeah, that's much faster. That's a lot faster. I forget what echo shards are used for. What do you do, echo shard? Iron mob farm. Recovery compass, which I like. Yeah. That's alright. Since I don't really need it right now, I'm gonna put it back in the grinder. I forgot about my TNT generator. My amazing TNT generator. Forget if you get worn down. I know you don't. Passions. TNT generator. Ooh, mama, see yeah, sexy as I am. Alright, we're nearly done with, like, one portion of this project. I might hop off, go make dinner, get ready to go to sleep early. Yeah. Go. This might be a more efficient method. I feel like a Scantron doing that though, where I'm just like, Oh crap, you know what, I forgot to check chat. If my other backpack was full. we go. Do do I can't wait to complete stage 1 of this. I feel like the completion of stage 1 is going to be the most hilarious part of this. Where we bulldoze everything. Because then you're just going to be like, wait, stage 1? And that's when I inform you that there is stage 2. Or at least I feel like everyone knows there has to be a stage 2. Like, by this point, it probably isn't very secret. That there's a stage 1, a stage 2, and a stage 3. I think the hardest will be stage 3. The easiest will be stage 2. I'm trying to think. Actually, okay, there's... Oh no, wait, hold on. I added stage 4. Stage 4 would be the hardest. Stage 3 actually might be fairly easy. Especially in comparison to stage 4. Because I'm pretty sure stage 4 introduces a need to grind that is annoying. Alright, hold on. That helped a little. Don't know why I haven't tried that before with gravel, but oh, whatever. Alright, hold on. How much TNT do I have? Fair amount. Perfect! That basalt. Alright, stream is just lagging on my my laptop again, blah. Oh. My back. Alright. Alright, I think I'm good with calling it here for a bit. I have to think logically. And unfortunately, chat, logic is not my forte. Go. I tell you what. There we go. We're getting closer to making this less of a cramped space and more of an open space. Hold on, look at that. How far is our render distance? Because we are seeing fog. 12 chunks. So this is an area bigger than 12 chunks. And as you can see, it's all clear, so we can just like fly through it. Alright. So I think that because of my extremely busy schedule tomorrow, I will be ending early, but am I going to work on this tomorrow too? I'll have to think about it. But have a good night, everyone. Be safe. I will be back, hopefully Thursday. I'm trying to get into more, like, streaming after work stuff. It's just really hard because work is really tough lately. And it's extremely hot sometimes. But have a good night, everyone. Be safe. Hopefully I will be back on